got one silver bullet left. Now me and my boundaries are becoming more and more intimate. Just another werewolf in the night, searching for a cure for his appetite.
Here's a little bit of a sneak peek.
You gotta, God bless some people. So think about it. If you're doing your research and planning on coming here, you're arrogant to say that, but I really put everything into this, and I seriously doubt this content exists anywhere else. I really do. And okay, I made the content already. This is just going to be kind of the introduction. Again, no script and no prep. One of these days, maybe I'll, whatever. I've retired already. I think engineers tend to be very self-critical people. Just about everyone that I know, like a boastful, overconfident engineer is going to have a really short career. I go back and reread my book, and as I've done many times, to proofread it and all that. I'll tell you, when you write something, the actual polishing and proofreading process took as long as writing the whole thing, which whatever. But I'm really happy with the content. I probably rewrote it, I'm not kidding, 50, 60 times. Good. It's like a movie versus the book the movie's based on. The book has more details. If you're thinking of possibly retiring overseas for whatever reason, or if you're thinking maybe you've kind of narrowed it down to Southeast Asia because you've heard you're interested in the Asian cultures, which are interesting. I get you there. Or if you've already narrowed it down to Thailand. I'll put on the screen, I'll try and repeat it maybe at least once or twice through the video somewhere, the chapter names or something like that. I'll try and do something like that. But it's just so detailed. It's just such a deep dive. The guys that I've seen out here in the Isan region's all I can compare that to. But I would say even the longer term guys here, I'd be a little surprised if I knew all the stuff in that book. I'd be more than a little surprised, honestly. I've researched this pretty heavily. I've been learning and studying to speak Thai for, it's almost 3.5 years now. And I've been on that pretty hard. And then with some of the friends that I have here and such, I've got such an unusual and rare collection of resources. I try to be polished, and there might be a euphemism or two here or there and there, but I dove pretty deep on about everything that I could to try to be as helpful as maximally possible. So I got to think of a title for this. I don't want it to be a bait and switch, but I do want to make it broadly searchable so that anyone looking or trying to do research for Thailand will find this video. So I'm gonna think about how I do that. The second edition's got some typos corrected, and then it's got 2 pages of bonus content. That's it. That's the only difference. They're both good. It's all organized by chapter on subject. So when you're thinking of a bank account, you're thinking of visa process, you're thinking of dating, whatever it is, it's all in the chapters. That's what you got. So, anyways, thanks. An enormous amount of support on the channel. It's really kind of gratifying, honestly. So thank you, everyone. And it's a great community. I see the respectful, polite comments on the channel, and other YouTubers complaining about their communities and the rudeness and just the nastiness, and we don't have any of that on the channel. None of that. There's the occasional nitwit that finds our group, and I kick them out pretty quick. We keep it clean, so it's nice. Thank you. No real agenda. Other than I wanted to talk about my book a little bit, just to show what's in it. So if you're interested, or you're thinking, if you're watching my channel, you probably are finding my content interesting and helpful, hopefully very helpful. That's my intent, is to be helpful. I might be mildly entertaining at times, but the real intent is to help guys, because I went through all this and I had a hard time. Again, I don't make any money off the channel. I do use it to support my son and Fawn, my fiance here in Thailand. I use it to help them, but I just live off my pension. I'm happy. I don't want to get back into this loop of, I'm a retired small business entrepreneur, and I'm kind of concerned that if I just get back into this, I'm just gonna, that I can grow it, I can do more, and then all of a sudden I'm not retired anymore, and I don't want to do that. I want to stay retired and focused on my health and not trying to make more money. I want my life to be more about more than just that. So anyways, but this is the book. This is the print version that I have printed here physically in Thailand, where I am a lot of the year, every year. And Fawn actually helped me get this printed. She and a friend of hers, her friend, the beauty contest lady, she's actually quite smart. Everybody talks about how pretty she is, but to me, she's just intelligent. She and Fawn are both very bright, and they're very helpful. And they got this printed for me and picked the colors for it and stuff. So the print version here in Thailand, you can I've tried to put a correct link in all the videos. So in the description, there's the link that goes to my personal eBay account for now. I'll get a better online retailer somewhere. All these sites basically are greedy. They make a lot of money, and they gobble up a lot of the profits out of the book, whether you buy it on Amazon or on eBay. But some of it does come through, and what does come through goes to help people that could really use it. So it's a good cause, I guess, and you'll get, more importantly for you get good information, I think. But this is the actual printed version. You can go on my eBay account, link in the description, and you can get it shipped to the US. You can get it in the UK, Australia, or if you're here in Thailand, or if you're in neighboring Vietnam or the Philippines and you want the book, it can ship from here reasonably. I just increased the shipping to a $10 charge from $8 because it costs me $12 to ship it. And I don't want to charge more than 10 for shipping, so I eat $2 on it. I don't care, okay, but whatever. I was a little disappointed and surprised how expensive it was to ship. I made the book deliberately with thin paper and a thin cover so it wouldn't be too heavy to ship, but I'm going to try and make it more compact. The next book's going to be thinner and smaller. I'm going to get this damn thing down to where it's as efficient as possible. In this printed book here, it's the bonus content edition. You got bonus content at the back, a couple pages, which is pretty good information. But let's just take a look here. I've got I've got some I think some cool stuff in here. I'm actually very happy with the book. In hindsight, you do a project and you're often not that happy with it, or you could have done different or better. I don't feel that way about the book. I'm really happy with how it turned out. I got some nice credits in here, and I do my map of the regional cultures and such, and all that. But it's the table of contents, and if you look at the description on Amazon, and I got to copy that and paste it into the description on eBay. I didn't do that. I'm going to try and get back into it. It's a real pain in the neck to do this stuff, let me tell you. But I'm going to go back in tonight if I remember and try and do that. But you've got like an overview of Thailand. You've got the visa process, what to bring, what not to bring, comparing Thailand to other Southeast Asian nations. Cost of retirement, and I break that down by region and by lifestyle. I get a pretty deep dive on that because that's a biggie that guys ask about a lot. And then healthcare, I talk about healthcare, setting up a Thai bank account, how you do that, how you move money here, work visas, how to get them. There's a couple catches in there that you might not think. And a good deep dive on the culture and what standards you need to adhere to. I did a lot of it in the format of a question, like how can I increase my social acceptance? What cultural standards must I adhere to? What are the safety and security considerations of Thailand? Is there scamming in Asia? Well, you don't know the answer to that one. Do Thai women really like older foreign men? That's like a 15, 20-page chapter all on its own. What's the Thai family dynamic like? Because that will affect everything here with you if you're going to date a lady. How does a Thai marriage work? Paying a dowry, when and how much? A lot of guys get tripped up with that. There's a chapter 21 has special laws of Thailand. There are some interesting laws that are quite different that I have personally seen guys get really messed up with. Things you wouldn't think of. When you know you're ready to come here, and then my final chapter was kind of a personal one, special thoughts on divorce and disability. That was a fun one, by the way. I mean, ironic that living that was not fun. Living neither one of those was fun, and concurrently, really not fun. But hey, here I am. But you see the format of the book here. The print's pretty reasonably decent size. I try to make it easy to read. Everything's double spaced, so it's kind of easy to focus on for us older guys. But I put my heart and soul into this. I wrote this over a couple of months. I had a friend help me research. He used the Chat GPT thing to research the most commonly searched terms for guys looking to retire in Thailand. And I requested a list of a top 15 from him, which he gave me in order. And I went through and then I added my own. I took a couple things and combined them. I modified it based on my experience in the channel. So the book is a combination of what, according to internet searches, what are the most searched terms, and then according to my channel, which has almost 2,600 subscribers today, and I get almost 50,000 views a month. It's a fairly busy channel. And what are the most commonly commented on or requested and asked about things on there. So I think between the two, it's a good mix of what you might likely most care about. And that was my intent, to be helpful. But if you want to check it out, consider going on either Amazon or look on my eBay link and take a look. The Amazon link does have a nice description in there. I think it mentions many of the chapter titles and such like that, so you can get a little idea of what's in there. And I'm really happy with the content. I think I'm respectful in here, but I don't pull very many punches either. And I give it a pretty good dissection and deep dive on those subjects that I can't do in a 20 or 25 minute average video length. I just can't do that. At some point I may do another video and maybe just try and go through one of the chapters. Maybe I'll go through a chapter at a time and just kind of gloss over each chapter in a separate 20-minute video or something. I don't know, maybe something like that. But so far the viewers on my channel have been extremely kind, and they felt it fair for whatever their own reasons were. I hope that was good. Probably, I'm hoping really good, that they really liked it. But they gave the book just glowing reviews, just really glowing reviews, which I'm thankful for, and thank you for that. Somebody back home called to complain to my one brother-in-law back there that they didn't like my book, a relative of mine back home, and his response was, "I bought 3 copies and I love it." So it's you got God bless some people. So anyway, that's it. So that think about it. If you're doing your research and planning on coming here, it's arrogant to say that, but I really put everything into this, and I seriously doubt this content exists anywhere else. I really do. And asking $10 or $20 for a small book might seem expensive, and I won't apologize for that, because the proceeds go to help Fawn and Daniel. So it's a good cause. It's like when I buy a Hershey bar, I never complain about the price, because the profits go to an orphanage in Pennsylvania. So how can I complain? So I buy the damn thing, whatever it is. I don't care, right? So I hope. Anyways, thank you, everyone. All the support, all the positive comments. The channel is growing like crazy. Almost concerned it's growing too fast, to be honest. I just want to keep this as a nice hobby. I don't want this to become a job, and there's limits to my mobility and how much time I can put into this. So, but I'm doing my best to keep up with it, and thanks, everyone. Okay. Just to give you an idea. It's nuts. Good paw chop, man. Oh, good paw chop. All right, be mine. วันนี้เป็นวันรองสุดท้ายแล้วลงวันพรุ่งนี้วันสุดท้ายปลายบุญเราวันพรุ่งนี้เป็นวันสุดท้ายปลายบุญที่ให้พี่ให้น้องได้มาทำบุญให้ญาติโยมอันนั้นวันนี้ญาติโยมมาแล้วมาให้เจ้ามา Quite the shindig. Not sure what this is. Some dude wrote on my forehead, and another dude smacked me in the top of my head with a wet noodle or something. I'm not sure what, bunch of rice or something. It's kind of fun though. The pizza is quite good here. Loaded with toppings. The Thais like their pizza like I do. Meat, and more meat. Just chilling, waiting for my kai gata, which is my egg plate. And this place is a pretty good one. It's not the best, but it's good, and better than some, and it's really cheap and it's convenient. I kind of like the location. And again, just sit here and watch the world go by. My name is Rob, and thank you for supporting my YouTube channel. I meant every word I just said with respect.